Damn, Toast Man, it's been a minute. You only caught me live because my sleep schedule was fucked from needing to go to bed early. I was feeling kind of shitty, so I just went to sleep at like 6 o'clock my time, and I just woke up and it's 1 in the morning. So I'm gonna stream till I go to work. Get a couple hours in. How about you? How you been? Been the same, man. It sucks.
To get closer.
This challenge has been kicking my ass, dude. I just need to get a pet and like stabilize a little bit, and I haven't been able to accomplish that before I die. This is a hardcore server, so if I die once, the run's over and I gotta start again. Yep, exactly.
Can I assist you?
I'm out of range. It is too far away. I need to get closer. It is too far away. I'm out of range. Inventory is full.
Ishno del Diab. Farewell. Goodbye.
Feel free to browse. May the stars guide you. What brings you here? Goddess, watch over you.
Peace be with you. Farewell.
I need to get closer.
Greetings. Bashar Felar del Madres.
I am honored. Balloons light your path. How may I help? Del Nadia.
What is nature's call?
Elune be with you. Till next we meet. Greetings. Go in peace.
Yeah, level 10 as a hunter, you get a quest to get a pet. And once you do that quest and get your pet, the game becomes significantly easier. But the problem is, every time you want to tame a new pet, you either have to level it with a lower level pet or risk getting your ass kicked by an animal that's your level. And I rolled the dice on an animal that was my level and died. Twice now. So I think I'm just gonna have to take the slightly longer route of leveling the animal up a bit. I don't feel like doing all this starter shit again. At least not for a while. I'd like to live a bit.
I'm listening.
Well, because I'm getting sick of the starter quests. I've died like 5 times trying to get this run started. I've probably wasted 20 hours trying to get this run started. And the worst part is, it's all things I knew I shouldn't have been doing. But at least the night up area is pretty.
Can I assist you?
No. Be careful. I am listening.
Asha Fela.
What brings you here? Good luck, friend. May the stars guide you. I am honored. Good luck, friend. May the stars guide you. Hello. Goddess, watch over you. Can I assist you? careful. Gishnuala. Go in peace.
Hello. Good luck, friend.
Goddess, watch over you. How may I help? Be careful. Hello. I will light your path. I am honored by the stars. Greetings. Good luck, friend. Till next we meet.
I'm out of range. It is too far away.
What's up, Vin? Yeah, Vin. How's it going? What up?
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
What brings you here? Goddess, watch over you. The moon be with you. May the stars guide you.
Fuck. Missed so many of my attacks. Even with that potion, I wouldn't have killed it. I hate low-level hunters. Until they get their pet, they're absolute fucking trash. Like, as long as you maintain some distance between you and what you're dealing with, they're not so bad. But the second you lose that gap before you do any damage, you're kind of fucked. After level 10, when you get your pet, it don't matter at all. You can do whatever.
What brings you here? Be careful.
Do I have general goods down here? Just
Feel free to browse. Good luck, friend. My goods are of the highest quality. What brings you here? May the stars guide you. I'm out of range.
So I want to go leatherworking because leatherworking affects the most slot stats out of any of the professions that would be useful to me. But I've had a couple of suggestions to go alchemist to make my get out of jail card potions, which also is a vibe I can get behind. So I can't really think about which one I want. That sounds good as fuck. I've been so sick. I had a light snack and 2 gas station Gatorades, and that was it. And I felt like shit as soon as I ate it and laid down. Yeah, like, it gets you potions that are mildly useful in, like, situations you probably shouldn't put yourself in. But, like, engineering will affect your gun or your bow, but it'll be a gun if you're an engineer, and your ability to make ammo. Leatherworking will eventually affect this slot, 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 and this slot. So out of all of the things that I can do that benefit myself, leatherworking is probably the smartest option to go, but it's not the safest. Because, like, I'll get some armor, but it won't be as good. So, like, you'll need the potions because you can't take as much of a beating. Whereas if you could take the beating, you wouldn't need the potions. And if you had the better stats from the better armor, you deal more damage and you wouldn't need the potions. But at the same time, I could be doing this and out of nowhere someone comes in and spawns in and ganks me, and then I need a potion no matter what. So, like, it's a game of patience with me, and that's not always my best my strong suit. But, like, keeping your health above half and running away the second you see more than one enemy is probably the smart play. But I still think leatherworking's the best option.
Farewell.
I'd actually like to do that and then train to use staves. That's kind of a rough quest. Maybe what I should do is make some potions for the early game when it sucks, and then just flip into leatherworking after and lose the progress with the potion making, which really wouldn't bother me. Leatherworking is easy to level.
What brings you here, Denadris? Farewell. May the stars guide you.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do some herbing early and make some potions, and then later I'll make leather armor. So like until level 10 when I get my pet, I'm not gonna be grinding out a whole bunch of stuff anyway, but I could still slap together a few potions. But the other side of it is making potions just slows me down.
I am honored. Farewell.
You got anything useful yet?
Ishnuala. Good luck, friend.
Hey, you're not wrong, Pom. You're definitely not wrong. Trying to sell me on potion making? How do you feel on potion making versus leatherworking, like I was saying?
May the stars guide you.
he can only have like 2 professions. So herbing is one and potion making is one. And then that's it. So it's not like I can make potions and leather. But anytime you want, you can drop them and go back to 0 and get yourself the other option. There they are.
I am honored.
And doing professions cost me money that I don't even have right now. That's the other side of it. You're really gonna run from the person that shoots you. Not a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, they do exist. Thirty's still pretty respectable for playing hardcore, man. I want to make it all the way. See if I can do it. I just need to quit being stupid. They probably won't leash that far. Like, their reset area keeps them basically where they spawn within reason. I like the cautious, fun, more RP side of the play style, so that part doesn't bother me.
I need a target. It is too far away.
The worst thing about playing this is like the respawn rate. The shit I already killed behind me is back, so you gotta be careful. Not to back up into it. I've never played the warrior quest because if I'm gonna play a warrior, I'd never pick a night elf. And see, that's what I was talking about. I've got to bail. It's a classic hardcore server, but it's a WoW server. Yeah, you just have to commit to the bail early. If you commit to the bail too late, that's when you die. If you even get that like hesitation, follow it and get the fuck out and come back. It's faster than starting over, which I've done a lot. Which is why I'll be bailing more. Like, as long as you can maintain that distance with a hunter, you're actually pretty good, but until I get aspect to the cheetah at like level 15, I have to constantly bail instead of kite. Once I'm fast enough to kite, the enemies almost become trivial. Especially when you can sick your animal on it and always maintain your distance with the cheetah. Kind of like right now, I'm running aspect of the monkey just to get a little more dodge. Yeah. If I'm gonna play a warrior, I'm always gonna play a human. Just because I like the starting area, and anytime I play a warrior, I also make it a blacksmith. And Elwyn Forest is amazing for blacksmithing because there's so many easy to get to nodes that just gives you a good jump in the game. And I like Elwyn Forest, so like if I have a choice of being there, I'm gonna take it. I like the music the best. I like the colors of everything the best. That's the same reason I don't like the Night Elf area. The like 9 to 12 zone just sucks and is annoying. And it's almost like too compact. You keep bumping into respawns there. Especially on the idiot here where I gotta constantly kite everything around. Now when you get other players in the area, this shit happens where the respawn rate goes through the fucking moon because everybody's killing stuff. This is an OG WoW problem. As soon as you get a couple players near a small population, they respawn almost constantly to keep the population filled so people can do their quests. And since these are quest mobs, they're gonna refill almost instantly. That's what just happened.
I need to get closer.
Like, the hyper spawn everybody talks about in caves will happen with any quest mob, whether you're in a cave or not. You just don't notice it as much in the normal world.
Still recharging.
Stick 'em.
It's too far away. What brings you here? Feel free to browse. Farewell. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
The only really cool thing about the Janai starting area, thinking about it, is that if you roll a Janai Hunter, like in the new game, you can get that badass two-headed dog with extra ability pretty early. As long as you go Beastmaster, so you get the exotic pets. But it's like the earliest exotic pet in the whole game you can tame, and it does have an extra ability compared to everything else you can get in that relative level for quite a while. I went all the way there with my gnome just to get it, and then I went there with my gnome again to grab a second one when I figured out that you could have 2 pets active. Which is pretty cool, having 2 pets. The second one only listens to the kill command. You can't control any of its abilities, but it still does shit. Yeah, in the current game, Beastmaster is so OP. I mean, kill command is pretty much your highest damaging thing that your animals do, and to be able to do double kill command on everything that you do it on, it's noticeably faster. If I was to level a hunter in the normal game, I would definitely run Beastmaster all the way up.
I am listening. Il Natres.
Elun Adore. Be careful.
From what I can tell, Shaman still feels like all of the classes still feel the same as they used to. They're just faster, and they get all their abilities a lot sooner. So, like, the beginning of the game flies by, but the core gameplay didn't change any. You just end up feeling like a level 60 character by, like, level 15. You're pressing all these buttons and they supposedly do things, but your gear doesn't matter until you get to the last 10 levels of the game.
Farewell.
Feel free to browse. What brings you here? luck, friend. How may I help? Goodbye, dear Lattes.
We can science it because I don't have a good answer for you, and the tooltip didn't tell me the exactsies of it. So I'll start a fight with something, and I'll shadow meld and see if it runs away or if it just keeps beating on me. Because I don't have a good answer without trying it. I know that if you're not the one that it's aggroed on and you're just doing damage, like if you have a tank, it works to hide from stuff as long as you didn't have the aggro. But I don't know how it works when you have the aggro. Because, I mean, that would be helpful for resetting for sure.
Ishnuala.
You don't have one anyway.
Farewell.
Doesn't work in combat. That might be something that they changed because I only used it in Wrath. Yeah, I don't have a knife on me. Yeah, it's not the best ratio, that's for sure. Quit attacking. Fuck. There we go. Kind of funny. None of these recipes have anything I can get around me here. So like low level Darnassian cooking is really not a thing unless you do the spider quest and then kill every spider you see. I think retail is just so fast paced that you don't really get a chance to enjoy this beautiful world they made. This game is absolutely gorgeous, even 20 years
I
later.
need to get closer.
And like all of the world building and atmosphere that made the original game great is still there. You just blast through it so fast you don't really get a chance to take it in. That's why I'd rather play like Permadeath or the Burning Crusade.
Still recharging.
Yeah, it did. It's alright. I shouldn't be this zoomed in either, but I think it creates a better experience for people watching it. No, I'm not. I don't even know what it is. Yeah, I'm definitely not joining any private servers.
I'm out of range.
Thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, if I wanted to play on a private server that bad, I would have just set up my own. But I'm usually not on this time of day. I'm just sleeping weird hours because I don't feel good, basically.
That spell isn't ready yet. I haven't cast that yet.
Yeah, I did get it. All right. I played when Wrath of the Lich King was new, and I played from the beginning of the game to that. Then, other than occasionally turning it on to play for 1 month to see the story and turning it back off, I haven't played since then, basically. So my knowledge is dated. my knowledge of the world is non-existent because I never really played the base world after Cataclysm changed it. So, basically back into it for the first time after a very long time. Game might as well be brand new. I have like short little flashbacks of shit that made sense. That's about it. Just gonna run around the edges and wait for respawns. All I need is one more mystic. Speaking of respawns, there he is. Yeah, I definitely didn't know that existed.
How may I help? Till next we meet. Hello. Illuminate your path.
That bag is full.
Ishnu Dal Diem. May the stars guide you.
Greeting. Go in peace.
Shit. I shouldn't have done that yet. I need a skinning knife.
I am listening.
Oh, I got lucky. I could just afford it.
Goodbye. I'm listening. Then Nadris. Good luck, friend.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting there slowly. Couple trickle in here and there while I do my thing of basically letting you guys listen to game audio, and occasionally I get pissed off and yell at something. Now I just gotta keep an eye out for anything skinnable and spooters so I can get some food. Yeah, I'm not trying to sell my soul. I got a normal job. I just like hanging out with people. Yeah, you can also hit mouse button 4. My hands aren't even on the controls right now. Mouse button 4 toggles on and off auto run. I'm playing classic 0 to 60 and I'm on a WoW hardcore server.
I need to get closer.
So every player on this server is a hardcore character. I think it's got a place for people. Especially if you want to raid. Or if you just want to play the end game with your friends, but I like the journey more than I like the destination in this game myself. I spent so much time at level 80 raiding, I never want to do it again. I'll probably do it a little bit with the crafted only guild that I'm playing in. But that's if I even make it there. I'm having so much more fun playing this way that I'll probably only play Crafted Lock to like play out the rested XP and like do events with them and stuff. That's where I'm at with it. I already have a job. I don't need my video game to feel like one. No, I used to be in the second biggest raiding guild in the entire game at level 80. And for a very short time, I was the very best geared healer in the entire game. So I had all of that stress. Never again. I literally get on and show healers how to make their rotations better on training dummies for like hours on end, teaching people the exact in and outs of the game. But that was forever and ever ago. I make the things that they put on airplanes that make the airplanes able to talk to satellites so they have internet. I'm also a part-time photographer and videographer, and I'm internationally published. I see some random shit. It's all older work. I haven't bothered to update it in forever, but you get the idea. I take pictures. Nah. Most people don't think I'm in my 40s either. That's always fun. Would you just hit the motherfucker already? Come on. I don't want to die to this. That was close. That missing almost killed me. Yeah, it happens.
I'm out of range.
I was committed. If I'd have ran, I'd have died. Yeah, I'm dying. I'm old as shit, dude. This is gonna bother me. Better not die. I'm going to a different area. I'm healing up and getting out of here. This area sucks. I think I'm just kind of younger than most adults because I don't do that much adulting outside of like the things you have to be committed to. I have no pets, I have no kids, I have no wife, I have nothing that occupies my time except whatever I choose to have occupy my time outside of my occupation. And you can't really avoid an occupation. Gotta have some way of making money. Gotta get your food tokens. I haven't played WoW since I was really young. What the fuck is this?
Warriors of the night, assemble!
In position. Not still recharging.
I kind of think the same thing about Project Zomboid too. Like, a lot of older people play PZ. Slower paced games that require a little more patience and a little less TikTok brain. Yeah, I wish I was still healthy. My broken leg kind of put a dampen on being healthy. Everything I used to like to do that kept me in shape, I can't do no more. Doctor's like, oh, you skateboard. That's hilarious. Also, though, pretty accurate, probably. Like, a lot of... Like, I was playing with older people when I started this game, and I'm in my 40s now. So, like, if those people that were older than me were still addicted and playing this shit, they'd be in their 60s and 70s by now. Like, the guy that got me into this game was a boss of mine at a job that was, like, 15 years older than me.
It is too far away.
He used to literally bring his entire tower into work and hook it up to a second monitor, and when he was in the office and not doing anything he needed to do, he'd be playing this shit in his office. That's how addicted he was. He literally brought his home computer to work every day. Not his home laptop, his home desktop to work every day. Dude was crazy. And I mean, what that really shows you is that video games keep your mind more active.
Good luck, friend.
Yeah, he was kind of crazy. Good dude, though. Damn. No, I mean, like, if the shit works, why change it up?
Need to get closer.
Like, I'm starting to feel a little bit of that. Like, if it wasn't for my photography, this would probably be like either the last or second to last computer I ever buy for myself, because it does everything I'll ever need it to do. I mean, that would explain the console addiction. That's for sure. I'm just trying to find stuff to skin to level up at this point. Walking around hunting down night sabers. Because like once I hit level 9, my chance to hit will be a lot better on those things that were almost killing me. They were a level higher than me. So it makes my combat with them suck. Yeah, as much as they want to say that's going to happen, it won't. The world's infrastructure doesn't have the pipeline it takes to facilitate renting a computer with only having online access to it. Bezos already tried that once and absolutely failed. Yeah. It's the same reason when everybody else was pushing for completely electric cars, Toyota refused to. Toyota's like, you don't even have the power grid it would take to charge all these cars. Like, there's no way you could do it. And the same is basically true for the amount of actual internet that's capable of flowing through all the lines we got in most places. It wouldn't sustain all of the computing being done on the other end of something. I couldn't tell you anything about it, man. I've never played Final Fantasy XI. All I know is that, like, when it first came out, it kind of flopped and had to basically be redesigned. and that it was one of many games that was supposed to kill this one. That used to be like the headline they used for all new MMOs. Like, the game that finally kills WoW. There's too many people addicted to this cash grab. It's never going away. This game will outlive me. He's talking about Final Fantasy 11. Yeah, but the problem with that is that Warhammer mainly makes their money through licensing, and they let a lot of people that have no business putting the Warhammer logo on a video game slap it all over shitty games. They've kind of lost the how do I put it? Like, consumer confidence in anything with a Warhammer name on it in the video game industry is already looked at skeptically before it even comes out. So it's got like negative hype to get over just to come out as a game to start with. There are like more bad Warhammer games than good ones. Like, I really want Warhammer to be good. Like, I played a couple of Warhammer games way back on my Xbox 360. And, like, I bought this one game. I forget the name of it, but it was one of the ones where it was like an action RPG you could play 2-player. And, me and my buddy thought that we had, you know, beat the intro to the game, and now it was actually like gonna get hyped and get started, and we realized that no, we just beat the game in one evening of hanging out and making tacos and playing video games. We beat the whole fucking game. And like, Warhammer games have done that to me more than once over the years, so like, I won't even buy a Warhammer game now. Like, I bought Vermintide and it basically flopped so hard I didn't even have any fun playing with anybody because it was empty like within a couple of weeks of it being out. Like, that's the last game I'll ever put money at with a Warhammer title attached to it. And like, I've actually made money off of Warhammer myself. I got paid to go take pictures of a private person's collection that was completely set up with like its own huge battlefield, kind of like the way people make like train stations in their basement. This motherfucker had like Warhammer Universe in their basement, and it was huge. There had to have been like $50,000 worth of Warhammer figurines in the basement. Well, yeah, I played the first Space Marine, and that was the game we beat in a day. I think that was the name of it. It was like a ARPG Space Marine game. It was a really fucking cool game, but it felt like literally where I'm at here in WoW is where it felt like that game ended. I mean, that's half the reason this game doesn't die. It's just so big, you never run out of shit to explore. It's a different game then.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging.
Maybe. My memory is so bad with shit like that.
I need to get closer.
I have no idea what you're even talking about. But to be fair, I consume almost no media. I watch other Let's Players on YouTube, and I listen to Spotify Premium so I don't have commercials. Other than that, my time is spent doing things. I don't even have television.
It is too far away.
Oh, that? I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't care. Like, big corporations make all the money, and the people that they claim are being hurt by a game being pirated are already fired and got the money that they were going to get from the game basically before it came out in most instances. Like, these big companies hire on 100 people to make a game, and then they keep 20 of them on at most to maintain the game, and then they keep like 10 of them on after that to maintain the game when it hits the last phase of being a product they still support.
I'm out of range.
So the only people that are being hurt by piracy are the big corporations that make too much money and fuck up everybody's lives anyway. Sorry if you're big corporate America, but I just don't buy into that shit. Some other zero in some asshole's bank account that they're never even going to be able to spend is why the average person suffers through bullshit. So, pirate away. Just scan the shit out of all your files before you do it so you don't end up having some guy from tech support in another country stealing all your shit. Yeah, the problem is the average person that they claim it hurts, it doesn't hurt at all, so I really don't care.
That spell isn't ready.
I don't give a shit about corporations. I think they're all evil bastards. The place I work's been bought out twice in the last 10 years, and both times it's been bought out, it's been significantly downgraded in the atmosphere and things that it provides the employees. That's the route I took. I put games on my wish list, and when they're 85% off, I buy them. This is the most money I've spent on a video game in probably a decade.
Recharging.
And they're gonna win too. If you do things that are illegal and you know they're illegal, you have to do them knowing that you're gonna have to eventually live with the consequences of it. I'm not saying that the legality and the morals align. I'm just saying that since big corporate entities own everything, if they say it's illegal for you to do it, you're eventually going to get fucked somehow for doing it. And when you get a big corporation like that involved in suing some little schmuck nobody that's running a server or two, you end up with those people running the server or twos actually doing jail time over the shit. They're gonna lose their lives to a cell over wanting to play a video game a slightly different way.
I need to get closer.
They don't get upset. They're just chasing numbers. That's that many subscribers that they don't have right now because someone else is providing the same service. It wouldn't be the first time Blizzard did some stuff that really upset their fan base. Every time they get done with an expansion, they fire like half of their staff. I don't agree with it, but it's no different than like when my job gets slow and they just let go 10% of the workforce. Luckily, I'm not in the bottom 10% of the barrel, so I didn't have to worry about it. But for a lot of people, it's a reality. Because of corporate greed, they went from having a good job that they could afford to do things with to going right back to working at McDonald's. Yeah, I don't really know that much about any of this stuff, and it's not exactly something I want to consume a whole bunch of time with. It's really the type of thing I avoid altogether. That's why I don't consume any media. Because it doesn't matter if it's negative shit in the video game industry, or negative shit in politics, or negative shit in the regular world that surrounds us. This is my escape from all of that. I hope you can appreciate that. The same as my thoughts on basically everything else right now. I wish I'd have thrown the first Molotov when I was young enough to change it. Now I'm just sitting back and watching it slowly fucking deteriorate. Nothing's as good as it used to be. And I mean, that might make me sound like an old curmudgeon at first, but like, my generation, you know, we made about $500 a week. Our rent was usually less than $500 a week. So that meant we had 3 more paychecks. Now our cell phone bills were like $30 a month, and they just dialed in and out and texted, and that was it. That was all we needed. And most of the other things that we have now, we didn't have before. And you go to a concert, it was free or like $10. Beers were a couple dollars a piece, and you could go have a fun time. Now you go to a concert, the tickets are $200 a piece, and the beers are $20 a piece, and you can't have any fun at all. And everything has just gotten like that, where corporate greed has priced people out of having fun regularly. Like, going to a concert shouldn't be one of your life-changing events. It should be a fucking Tuesday. That's why the whole world looks the way it does. Yeah, we don't have any of that anymore. That's why everybody's having all these problems and on all these medications and stressed out, and everyone's got ADHD and all this other bullshit. Like, no, they just don't get to cut loose, and this is what it looks like when you basically cage an entire generation of society. And it's a financial cage. Like, you just can't afford to get out and cut loose and have fun. And I feel horrible for people that have to deal with that. You need to go out and blow off that steam. It's no different than when you tell a kid to go the fuck outside and run around a bit. They need that. That never like changes as we get older. It just evolves. Like, we still need to get the fuck out and go do things. And most people can't afford to now. And that's just how shit everything has become, due to basically corporate greed. And the worst part is that greed doesn't even accomplish anything. It's not making new countries literate. It's not getting the people in Michigan cleaner water. It's not doing anything fucking productive at all. It's just sitting in some other asshole's fucking bank account. Or stock market portfolio. Or wherever it is to compound the greed even more for no real fucking benefit to anybody. Yeah, all the time. We had as much free entertainment as we had paid entertainment back in the day. You know, you'd go to any town and like the town square would have stuff going on all summer. You'd have real things to do.
Go in peace.
I try to avoid all that and thinking about all that. Why I escape into video games, because I can't afford the things I want to do regularly, and I make $24 an hour. Everything has gone to shit. Man, y'all got me sounding like a crabby old man now. I definitely don't sound like I'm in my 20s no more. Yeah, I remember I went to a concert with one of my friends last year, and I went to buy us both a can of beer, and it was $32. For 2 cans of beer. Not even like... That just shows you how much fake bullshit is in them and how much corporate greed really has everything marked up. That shit don't cost them that much more than it used to. It's all profit. You figure electricity by kilowatt hour, which is how it's sold, makes you ice. It hasn't gone up that much in a kilowatt hour. Now, water, as a utility out of the city, also really hasn't gone up that much. And plastic, which is made of oil, you can basically roughly balance on the price of crude oil by the barrel on the stock market, which fluctuates insanely. But it's not like gas is $12 or $14 a gallon. It's still between 2 and 4 depending upon what bullshit's going on in the world at the moment. So that soda that they used to charge you 60 cents for, that they're telling you is worth $3 now, still only costs them 40 or 50 cents to hand you. And if you gotta mark up things 600% to stay in business, maybe you should relook at your business model. And since their business model is one of the most successful in the whole world, it basically means that they just figured out how to feed corporate greed perfectly. Yeah, I don't want to think about any of this bullshit. This is why I play video games, to numb my mind from this bullshit, dude. I'd rather be positive that at least I can have a good time in Azeroth. Because that's still only the same $15 a month it was 20 years ago. Not really in classic WoW until you hit the end game, and even at that, probably not on a hunter. If you were playing like a paladin or a priest or an ice mage, maybe. You can't solo stuff like that on a hunter though.
I'm out of range.
Well, I just know that during the 0 to 60 game back in the day, I mained a warlock. And about the best I could do by myself was the level 30 dungeon with all the religious zealots in it. What the fuck was that called? Scarlet Monastery. That was about the farthest in I could take a completely geared level 60 and still get through. Yeah, you could definitely do the stockades. stockades aren't really bad. An endgame hunter's pet could probably do the stockades without even having the hunter do anything. I don't know of a Murloc instance, so that might not be a 0 to 60 thing. A hunter might be able to do that one. I know which one you're talking about now. That's a maybe. Yeah, but I wouldn't have a reason at that level to do it. And to be honest, if I just wanted to play dungeons, I'd probably play Modern WoW for that. Then I could just kick back and heal and everybody could see what's going on. You don't have dungeon queue in level 60. This is OG WoW. There's no dungeon queue. And this character is hardcore self-found, so there's really no point in running dungeons. So even if I wanted to do that, I wouldn't be grouping up with anybody to do it at level. I'm not playing Burning Crusade. Burning Crusade 70. I'm playing original, level 1 to 60, hardcore, World of Warcraft. If you want to go to a dungeon in this one, you got to put together a party on your own, usually in a city, and then run your asses all the way to the dungeon, and then try to make your way through it. And if you're really lucky, there's a warlock in the group that gets there first, and they can summon most of the people. Yeah, otherwise my hunter wouldn't have this dead zone and I'd be getting off a whole nother shot every combat. Yeah, the hardcore servers for WoW only go to level 60 for the official hardcore servers. They don't have them out for anything except the base game.
It is too far away. I need to get closer.
You are. They fixed it in Burning Crusade. In Burning Crusade, they got rid of ammo and ammo pouches and stuff. Or in Wrath of the Lich King, they got rid of ammo. In Burning Crusade, like, the dead zone for the bow is here right now. In the Burning Crusade, it's about here, and your melee picks up about here. So the dead zone in the Burning Crusade is like this. The dead zone in the classic is like this. And when you start getting into melee combat, if you do PvP, people will jump in and out of that zone fighting hunters to interrupt their melee attacks and also to interrupt their shooting attacks. So if you don't stay really far away and play traps, hunters can be some of the best and some of the worst in like battleground content. Like, if you set your traps properly and snipe people, you can be amazing as a hunter. But if you start getting forced into melee, you're gonna suck. I mean, it's just knowing your strengths and weaknesses and how to play into them. I never got big into PvP. I was always a raider. But I understood it. I used to have a disciplined priest I PvP'd with. It was fun. Fuck people up and bubble and run away.
Prepare to be moonstruck.
Yeah, I'm here to just casually level and chill out. That's it. I'm definitely not going into a battlegrounds on a permadeath character. You could, but you wouldn't want to.
Well, this is where I'm gonna call it for today, guys. I'm gonna go do some stuff and get ready for work. I'll be back on later. Thanks for hanging out. Like and sub if you haven't. Have a good one.